In case you haven't noticed, the British royal family has some serious bling, and for the first time in recent history, an existing crown will be used for the coronation of Queen Camilla instead of commissioning one of her own for the momentous occasion. The royal headpiece that will be placed on Camilla's head when she is crowned alongside King Charles III on May 6 is Queen Mary's crown from King George V's 1911 coronation. The crown, which is set with 2,000 diamonds, will be slightly altered with the Cullinan 3, 4, and 5 diamonds that were part of the late Queen Elizabeth's personal jewelry collection and were often worn by her late Majesty as brooches. The choice to recycle a crown comes from the King and Queen's interest of sustainability and efficiency. As for King Charles's crown for the coronation, he will follow tradition and will be crowned with the St. Edward's crown, the same headpiece that his mother was crowned with. St. Edward's crown is perhaps the most important of all the crown jewels. The monarch only wears it once in a lifetime when the Archbishop of Canterbury places the crown on his or her head during the coronation ceremony, and then it's placed back in the Tower of London after the coronation. The solid gold frame makes it the heaviest of the coronation crowns, weighing more than 5 pounds. 74-year-old King Charles will become the oldest person ever to balance the weight of the crown during his coronation. There will be some relief for Charles, though. Like the other modern monarchs, he will quickly swap out the heaviest St. Edward's crown for something lighter. Buckingham Palace also confirmed that he will indeed be wearing the imperial state crown as they leave Westminster Abbey after the coronation. It weighs a little over 2 pounds, still not easy to manage. In 2018, the crown was brought to Buckingham Palace for the filming of a special BBC documentary about the 1953 coronation. During the documentary, the late Queen Elizabeth II discussed the difficulty of wearing the imperial state crown.
Once you put it on, it stays. I mean, it just remains itself.
You have to keep your head very still.
Yes. And you can't look down to read the speech. You have to take the speech up. Because if you did, your neck would break, or it'd fall off. So there are some disadvantages to crowns, but otherwise they're quite important things.
Her Majesty also shared her memories of her coronation day.
Horrible. It's not meant for travelling in at all. I mean, it's just not, it's only sprung on leather.
So it rocks around a lot.
It's not very comfortable.
So in the spirit of sustainability and tradition, here are 7 times Camilla, Kate, and Meghan have borrowed the royal jewels. The British royal family is known for its elaborate and exquisite use of tiaras and crowns on various occasions, including state events, weddings, and formal receptions. One such historical event was the wedding of Kate Middleton to Prince William in April 2011 at Westminster Abbey in London. The tiara she wore on her big day was the Cartier Halo Tiara. The tiara was lent to her by Queen Elizabeth II for her wedding day. The history of the Cartier Halo Tiara is quite interesting. The Cartier Halo Tiara was originally purchased by King George VI for his wife, Queen Elizabeth, who passed it down to her daughter, then Princess Elizabeth, on her 18th birthday. It comprises 739 brilliant cut diamonds and 149 baton diamonds set in platinum. For Meghan Markle's special day with Prince Harry in May 2018 at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, she followed in Kate's footsteps by wearing a tiara straight from the Queen's vault, the Queen Mary Diamond Bandeau. The tiara was specifically made for Queen Mary in the 1930s and has been passed down through the royal family ever since. The platinum piece has a detachable brooch of 10 brilliant diamonds, which dates back to 1893, and it's one of the most expensive tiaras in the late Queen Elizabeth's collection. This spectacular headpiece had not been seen publicly since its last appearance in 1965, but made a comeback at Meghan Markle's royal wedding. That same year, Meghan's stunning Givenchy gown and veil were on display at Windsor Castle for the exhibition, alongside an identical replica of Prince Harry's uniform. In a special recording inside the exhibit, Meghan recalls going with Prince Harry to Buckingham Palace to meet with his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and select a tiara to complete her bridal ensemble. She says, quote, "When it came to the tiara on the day, I was very fortunate to be able to choose this gorgeous Art Deco-style bandeau tiara. Harry and I had gone to Buckingham Palace to meet with Her Majesty the Queen to select one of the options that were there. which was an incredibly surreal day, as you can imagine. Princess Diana was often spotted wearing the Lover's Knot tiara, a piece widely thought to be her favorite diadem of the royal collection. The headpiece was commissioned by Queen Mary in 1914 and was reportedly loaned to Princess Diana as a wedding gift, but when she and Prince Charles divorced, it was returned to the Queen. Now it's become one of Kate's favorite pieces to wear, and so far, she's been seen publicly wearing it 9 times, which many consider a tribute to her late mother-in-law. Camilla Parker Bowles, the wife of now King Charles, has also worn some stunning pieces of jewelry over the years. One of her go-to pieces is the GREVILLE tiara, which was previously worn by Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. The GREVILLE tiara, also known as the Boucheron tiara, is a breathtaking piece of jewelry featuring an elaborate design of diamond scrolls and floral motifs set in platinum. Camilla has worn the tiara on numerous occasions, including at a state banquet in 2005. It's worth noting Queen Elizabeth II never wore the GREVILLE tiara. 6 months after she married Charles, Camilla had her first major tiara moment at a banquet at Buckingham Palace. There, she sparkled in the swirling Delhi DURBAR tiara borrowed from Queen Elizabeth, only the 3rd time the piece had been seen in public. For her first tiara moment as Queen Consort following the accession of her husband King Charles III, Camilla shines in the Belgian sapphire tiara, which the late Queen Elizabeth bought for herself in 1963. Camilla wore the Belgian sapphire tiara on 2 back-to-back occasions, and both times she topped off the regal look with a matching necklace from the royal vault. Another piece of jewelry that Kate has donned over the years is the stunning lotus flower tiara. The lotus flower tiara is an exquisite piece of jewelry that was gifted to Queen Elizabeth II on her coronation day by her mother-in-law. The tiara is a delicate diamond-encrusted piece featuring beautiful lotus flower heads set on top of long stems. Kate Middleton wore the lotus flower tiara 3 times, once in 2013, 2015, and 2022. The iconic tiaras worn by the members of the British royal family, such as Kate Middleton, Camilla Parker Bowles, and Meghan Markle, are not just stunning pieces of jewelry, but rather serve as powerful symbols of the monarchy's historical and cultural significance. It's fascinating to see how these tiaras have been passed down through generations and continue to be cherished and worn by modern-day royals. Now that Queen Elizabeth has died, there have been speculations as to who will get the monarch's jewels. King Charles is inheriting more than just Queen Elizabeth II's crown. He is now in charge of the crown jewels, which have been handed down from British monarchs since the 17th century. As for the Queen's private collection of jewelry and gemstones worth millions of dollars, the palace hasn't confirmed which jewels have been given to the Queen's children, as her will is not a public record. Several members of the royal family have been spotted wearing pieces from the Queen's collection in her honor. For a state reception, Kate wore the Queen's favorite pearls, the Queen's silver Jubilee diamond, and pearl earrings. One of the most coveted pieces of jewelry in the late Queen's private collection is the 3-carat round diamond engagement ring Prince Philip used to pop the question on July 8, 1947. So it begs the question, who gets that engagement ring? We'll have to wait and see.